What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we have some news about Black Clover, Chapter 305. Unfortunately, and this comes from the big homie Nero Mega Man 757. Make sure to follow his channel. This was the first person I actually found out it from. And actually this week, Chapter 305 is going on break. It looked like from official tweet from the Shonen Jump News, Black Clover is gonna be on break as far as for issue 40, but it will be back next week with a color page. And hey, it happens, Personally, I think that it's much needed. I think it's very much needed, not just for Yuki Tabata, but for the entire fandom. I think everyone, needs to go back from chapter 1, go all the way to 304, and just really look at things, because I feel like doing that, you'll be able to understand more why 304 isn't such a controversial, chapter. It's as much as, and I'm not going to get into it because I did a video, so make sure to check that out in regards to the predictions and things like that. But, personally, it's interesting. Black Clover exists in its own world and own universe, and actually Broku has several videos. Make sure to check him out. Broku has several videos where my mind was blown, because he actually found, as far as, and there's other YouTubers that do it and describe it in different ways, but he predicted as far as Mimosa being able to do this a year ago. And it makes sense. I'm gonna put the video in the description for you to check it out. Not only that, the actual mythos as far as what Black Clover with Yuno and Asta is pretty much like all about. So being able to tie in all of these different things, it's awesome. So I think that this is great just for the fandom and everybody, because personally the type of responses that I've been seeing, people talk about Black Clover and everything like that, and maybe I'm biased because I since its beginning stages, but just on the level of storytelling and the way everything's playing out, look, personally, I wouldn't even care if no major character died in Black Clover. Like, death isn't the only way to develop a character, or to develop characters. If you want to go see that much death, go watch Attack on Titans. But with all fairness, I was looking forward to this week's chapter, but I totally understand. So fortunately, no Black Clover chapter 305 this week, but let's go ahead and continue with our predictions. Make sure to check out my prediction video in regards to what I think might happen. I was on the money when it came to a couple of things. So also let me know what type of content that you haven't seen in regards to Black Clover that you would like to see. Because there's sometimes that the fandom will say certain things, and maybe, there just hasn't been anybody who has wanted to do that. So let me know if there's any information, any breakdowns that you want to see, like the difference between magic and mana, life force, and different things like that. Nero Mega Man 757, sorry bro. He actually did a recent video in regards to the guide to Key, so check that out as well. But other than that, hey, it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. Make sure to hit a like, hit the comment, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe, and make sure to check out my manga, the Most Random Manga Ever. Full color, 11 issues. My cannabis themed manga. There's not one that exists. There's stuff that maybe alludes to it, like people say Afro Samurai was smoking it. There's comic books that are cannabis comic book, but there's no manga style cannabis themed comic. I made the first one, so support your boy. There's digital and paperback available, as well as the ability to read all 8. Well, not all 8, but there's 8 issues you can read for free, and there's 11 issues in the first volume. So check that out. Also, my new single, Invincible Summer, is out. So all that will be in the descriptions. Anyways, it's Mr. Composition, MC that writes fiction. Peace.
Thoughts in the deep science, got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the soloists are bosses. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer.